I am Dr. Khokon Kumar Dutta. I have a Christian name, Dr. David Boone. I'm currently working as assistant professor in the Department of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology in Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman Science and Technology University in Gopalganj, Bangladesh. The title of my discussion is Discovery of Post-Translational Regulations for Txnip or TBP-2 or VDUP1 and its implications in human health and diseases. Thyroredoxin interacting protein Txnip, which is also known as thyroredoxin binding protein 2 TBP2 and vitamin D3 upregulated protein 1 VDUP1 is increasingly evident as one of the most critical determinants of human health and diseases. Khokon Kumar Dutta et al. In 2005 reported the presence of different layers of regulations for the expression and functions of Txnip or TBP2 or VDUP1. We for the first time globally reported the regulation for Txnip or TBP2 or VDUP1 in the post-translational level or in the protein level. We also suggested the presence of regulatory mechanisms for Txnip or TBP2 or VDUP1 in the post-transcriptional level or in the messenger RNA level depending on our findings of discrepancies in the expression levels between messenger RNAs and proteins in different rat organs in normal physiology. Subsequently, different microRNA partners have been discovered for Txnip or TBP2 or VDUP1 that may play roles to explain our unusual observations. Khokon Kumar Dutta et al. Also reported for the first time internationally that the transcription of Txnip or TBP2 or VDUP1 from the genome is regulated by epigenetic mechanisms in the kidney cancers of rats. Scientists have found that epigenetic regulation for Txnip or TBP2 or VDUP1 plays important roles for the pathogenesis of diabetes and other human diseases also. We introduced oxidative stress in rats by injecting an iron chelate, ferric nitrotriacetate, APNTA, and checked the amount of messenger RNAs and proteins in the kidney tissues of rats. We found a gradual decrease in the amount of proteins in the renal tissues, but the amount of messenger RNAs remained unchanged over the course of the experiments for weeks. The presence of messenger RNAs even got elevated after a certain time of introducing oxidative stress in a repeated manner. We demanded in the laboratory investigation Nature in 2005 about the presence of regulations for Txnip or TBP2 or VDUP1 in the post-translational level or in the protein level. Usually, the genes with very critical roles for the cells and organisms are seen to have regulations at multiple layers to reach the activity or functionality. Some gene products need rapid involvement in different critical events, even in the intermittent cyclic or cascade manner to fine-tune the survival of the cells and organisms. In case of rapid and quick demand, it becomes difficult and risky to depend on the supply of the activities directly from the genome, which is expensive and usually time consuming. It would be nice to mention here that critically important messenger RNAs can stay reserved or standby for the action for a long time in the places inside the cells like P bodies or stage granules without continuing protein synthesis. But they can back in the production of protein synthesis whenever needed urgently. In 2005, almost nothing was known about the detailed mechanisms and impacts of the post-translational regulations of Txnip or TBP-2 or VDUP1. Much about the mechanisms and implications of the post-translational regulations of Txnip or TBP-2 or VDUP1 have been explored by the scientists world around till today in 2020. Some examples can be mentioned here. At present, the total number of adult diabetes patients in the world is about 463 million. Txnip or TBP2 or VDUP1 is the key determinants of diabetes and diabetes-related complications in the pancreas and other organs like muscles, adipose tissues, kidneys, eyes, brain, cardiovascular system, skin, and others. Many of the diabetes patients, at least in the advanced stage of the disease, suffer from the deficiency of insulin or from the insulin insensitivity and try to manage their daily life by taking insulin injection or using other measures. Now it is known that acute action of insulin is mediated mainly by modulating the post-transcriptional regulation of Txnip or TBP2 or VDUP1 and by inducing the rapid degradation of Txnip or TBP2 or VDUP1 protein in humans. Txnip or TBP2 or VDUP1 inhibits the cellular uptake of glucose. In other words, Txnip or TBP2 or VDUP1 inhibits the entry of glucose inside the cells. Insulin stimulates the degradation of Txnip or TBP2 or VDUP1 protein using PI3 kinase dependent mechanism, which activates the ubiquitin proteasome pathway and also serves to mitigate insulin resistance. The mentioned information can be found in a research article published in 2013 in the Journal of Molecular Endocrinology by Catherine A. Robinson et al. And the report was entitled Post-Translational Regulation of Thyroredoxin Interacting Protein. G. Kaler et al. Published a report in 2017 in the American Journal of Respiratory and Critical Care Medicine with the title ART-Dependent Txnip Degradation Regulates NF-kappa B in the Respiratory Epithelium. When epithelial cells in the lung are stimulated with inflammatory stimuli like cytokine TNF-alpha, thyroredoxin TRX activates the NF-kappa B pathway by denitrosylation of the P50 P65 heterodimer. Degradation of thyroredoxin interacting protein Txnip by ubiquitin proteasome pathway is required for thyroredoxin TRX mediated denitrosylation of P50 P65 heterodimer. It would be nice to mention here that NF-kappa B is a critical regulator of inflammatory processes in human body. Jeffrey T. Kaler et al. Published an article in July 2019 in the Journal of Biological Chemistry, JBC, entitled Arc-dependent proteasome degradation of Txnip regulates thyroidoxine oxidoreductase activity. Increased Txnip expression results in oxidative stress in cells, which is frequently found in many human diseases like diabetes, sepsis, and others. But nitric oxide NO dependent decrease in Txnip expression protects cytokine stimulated macrophages from nitrosative injury by an increase in TRX thyroidoxine denitrosyntase activity. Finally, I would like to wish a very happy, prosperous, and dignified life for myself and then for you everybody. Thank you so much.